We're set for a good AFC matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They started on the ground with Eckler. And a good stiff arm and some space to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. This is a counter play. Eckler. And some room to work. For a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, 58 yards. And the Chargers are on the board first here in Vegas. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. Vision and speed, 2 of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there.
And sometimes all your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there. That one, a first down pickup of 8. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up. Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching them try to take away that area of the field.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that will be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Carr to throw for it on 4th down. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. They will run for the first time here with White. They find some open field here. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Zamir White, 35 yards. And the Raiders have come back to make it a 2-point game. So how about that for your first carry of the game? Not bad.
How about that, and not bad at all. I think you're earning something a little bit more work, partner, because that's what you want from your number 2 or your number 3 running backs. You want them to come in with the fresh legs, give your team a little jolt, and he did it right there. Best way to lobby for more playing time? Have runs like that.
Extra point by Carson, up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Adderley, he's going to hold on to this one. A touchback, and the drive will begin at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Right where this set him down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Open man is Palmer. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of first. Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Here's White. They set up the screen. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if your team has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
On the draw, it's White. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. A tight one. 8-7 our score after 1 on EA Sports. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. That seemed to be linebacking 101 on how to diagnose and stop a run.
And what we're doing nowadays is we're taking those former safeties, those bigger guys, and making them linebackers to utilize their speed. He just made an absolute beeline after he diagnosed that play and ended up making a nice tackle on it.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing his car on 3rd down. Rolling to his left. And it's caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller with a touchdown grab for Derek Carr. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And it's up and good to make this now a 14-8 ball game. Touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Adderley, he's going to hold on to this one. A touchback, and the drive will begin at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side. And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. It's Eckler again, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That thing blown up by the defensive effort of Chandler Jones.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Max Crosby blew it up the play and getting the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 43.
A gain of 29 yards. First down, Chargers.
first down. Justin Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Herbert now. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
It sort of looks like they started some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Herbert. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives them a first down.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Touchdown, Chargers. Gerald Everett from 8 yards out. And the Chargers are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon Staley telling his troops to stay out there and go for 2. And it's incomplete. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. Meanwhile, Carr's throw taken in by Adams. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. A fairly short kick from the 14. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 27.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is,
and now the rookie's free. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Zamir White with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly. Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Adderley, he's going to hold on to this one. A touchback, and the drive will begin at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
On 2nd and 7, Herbert finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown. Mike Williams, 72 yards. And the Chargers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. As a former DB, you might not like to see them, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first two drives of the third quarter, one for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
On second down, they'll run with White.
113 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. 3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Carr now to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. So many times tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They start the drive with White. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Touchdown Raiders. Darren Waller. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Raiders are an extra point away from evening this one up.
As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
Adderley, he's going to hold on to this one. A touchback, and the drive will begin at the 25.
The Charger drive about to get going. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
There's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Eckler going to get it again on second down.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
Sliding out of the pocket.
That's caught right side by Palmer.
And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On 4th down, Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And some room to maneuver. And now off to the races down the right side. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, 41 yards. And the Raiders have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
On the return, it's Adderley from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
Taking it right down Broadway. The 20. Touchdown, Chargers.
Josh Palmer,
84 yards.
and the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter.
Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They go with White on the counter. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
147 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come on 1st and 10. Opting to run again here with White. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now they'll throw with Carr. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers 35. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. On play action, it's Carr. He hits Adams complete. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Throwing his Carr. Dancing to his left. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. So give him the 1st down. 1st and goal after a pickup of 4. And the decision to go for it pays off. Here's Jacobs, and this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
When we say the game's on the line, I don't think we're overstating it here. These next few plays could very well decide this one. Advantage defense there on 1st and goal as they're able to get in and force the loss on that play.
One more time with Jacobs. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the fourth, but they got to feel good now. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fields this way up at the 17. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Charger drive about to get going. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Herbert. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play. But he could not pull it in. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. One last throw here for Herbert. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.